We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Right to the air. Here's Stafford. A short throw caught by Andrews. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw is Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now it's Stafford. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Come on, get it together.
Stafford. And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Running left, here's McFadden. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Now Stafford. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Deebo Samuel, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The drive starts with a carry by Corum. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. They go play action now. Wilson. got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They run straight ahead with Corum. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Well, this defense for the Giants, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll run here with Corum. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Blake Corum, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. And he'll get in, and they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
So after the field goal, Riley back out as he'll send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time I look and repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Out of the gun to give to Spears. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Flushed out right. Oh, and that is incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. In motion, the tight end. They'll try and run for the first with Corum. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And some room to work. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Blake Corum. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are able to extend their lead. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for two. They're going to try and run. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for two fails. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. Incomplete. Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away.
Do it, baby.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's taken to the 26. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Play action. Now Wilson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Again, Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Up the middle, here's Corum. Oh, what a move. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Again, it's Corum. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Wilson. Touchdown! Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And that one going to hop into the end zone. Come out to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
3rd catch of this first half for them, and this one is a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do basketball teams. They don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Stafford now to throw. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. A give left. McFadden. The 20. 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. 44 yards. And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Brought down by Nazeeh Johnson.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's got this down to the 35. 77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Here's Wilson. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
The tight end Henry here in motion. Now it's Wilson. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Corum diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Throwing is Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. He's got a man wide open, complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Flush to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Right back to Chris Godwin. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Come and see this. What's going on, guys?
Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Here we go on fourth. Stanford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. From the shotgun, Wilson. This will be caught inside the 10. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Wilson wants a different look. The tight end Henry here in motion. They'll look to run with Corum. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
He'll try again. And this time he will get in. Touchdown Raiders. Chad Ryland now to add the PAT. And that stretches the lead to 27. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. There he goes left side. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Giants. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now down to 20. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Stop, defense. Hard defense. Hit him hard. Defense. Together. Play some defense.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They built up that lead at intermission. And they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now. And all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays. And right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Raiders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So after the field goal, Riley back out as he'll send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now it's Stafford. Completes it to Perry. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Giants. A.T. Perry, 65 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing is Wilson. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Out of the gun, they give it to Corum. And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5. He releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him. and they tighten down on the receivers and force the incompletion.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Wilson. Flushed out right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They coming off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. They'll give to McFadden. And this will be a Giants 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Ready? Let's go! Let's go! Hey, 70! TV celebration! Push get some momentum, hero! You can score on these guys!
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle, McFadden. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Giants have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
1st down, a run with McFadden. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 9. They'll fake it. Now Stafford eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
McFadden up the middle. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll try the air now with Stafford. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now another shot here at the PAT. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This crowd alive again. Some were headed for the exits, but a 4th quarter comeback has tied things up as the kick is away here. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Wilson gets rid of it quickly. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Wilson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Here's Wilson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Corum. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They run once more with Corum. Shifts by him. Oh, no, he lost the football. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. Oh, nice move. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Here we go, 1st and goal. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. On the handoff, Corum. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here. Wilson to throw. They'll roll him out right. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Here's 1st and 10.
40 got 3. Do this up there. White, spread the ball around. Let's go.
Stafford. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Max Crosby in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Stafford now to throw. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Pass complete, Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he will find his man, Samuel. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now it's Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point here in the final minute.
They have one big call left. Here we go.
50-50. 11-11. Alert.
Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And they don't get it. It's incomplete. They got the touchdown. Could not, however, get the 2-point conversion to cap it. And they're still down by a pair. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put victory in sight for the silver and black. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Las Vegas, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.